Can you hear me now? Thank you for the subscription, Bard.
Our table! It's broken! Well, the table broke.
I appreciate your subscription, my friend. Now you don't have to worry about the ad. Yay! So yes, uh I thought I worked through those mic issues, so I'm so sorry that I started streaming and it came right back. It is working now, right? Hello, hello. Yeah, everything on my end says that it's working. So I hope that's not a fluke. But yeah, so today is going to be very chill. I am building my first ever crafter machine, like using the new crafter from 1.21. I spent some time in creative solo, and then I asked Aradorn to come in and work on it with me a little bit to kind of figure out some of the weird issues that I was having. And we were able to work through some stuff to the point that I think I have the most efficient version of the farm and the smallest version of the farm because I am right up against Friend's base and I need to make sure that this thing doesn't take up too much room. Um, so, but before we get into that, I'm streaming on a Sunday and I haven't done this in my streams on Sunday in a while. So I want to do it again because I love doing it and I think it's a good opportunity for us all to uh connect, relate, and have a good time. So, what I've been up to, what I'm doing, and what I'm looking forward to. So what I've been doing, um, work is back into like I would say 80% of the swing of things. I have student workers again. We're working on some fairly big projects to kind of get the semester started. So I've been really like, it's been kind of intense for the last week specifically. But we're again hitting the ground running. So it is a net positive thing. It's just been a lot on my mental and physical um being. So uh coming home, I haven't wanted to do anything. Coming home, I've wanted to just be a rock goblin on the couch. And I think the only reason that I haven't is that I have this sense of push to get streaming to be more serious. It got to the point where I, on Wednesday, had an opportunity to go to a social thing. And I said, no, I have to stream. And I felt really weird because it felt almost like I was like, no, I have to go play video games. Sorry. But really what it meant was I have this thing that could potentially make me money and is allowing me to connect with many, many people. And I need to go and pursue that. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm excited for work to continue. I just got to get back into it, but like, my feet are still a little sore. My neck's a little sore from last week. Just from the various things that I was doing. And also last week and continuing through, so this is a little bit of that spot there. I started occupational therapy for my arm. So for some of you, you may have noticed over the last couple years that when Dustin is playing, he'll do this on stream and just kind of flick his arm to the side, um, or one of these and stretches and stuff. Um, it's been an ongoing thing, something that I've talked to a couple people about. Sec, I want to double check something. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's working. Got it. But a couple things that have been working through on my arm for quite a while. And then I finally got to a doctor's appointment where they said, hey, we think the best course of action is going to be to have you start occupational therapy. And then they will be able to determine where all of this is stemming from. So then we can talk about surgery, then we can talk about any other treatment plans, or if you just need to keep going to occupational therapy. Um, that appointment went well. I have a couple more lined up over the next couple weeks. So that way I can work through some stuff and really get to the bottom of what's going on. So I'm excited and happy about that. But it does mean I have regular stretches I need to do. It means that I'm going to be pretty busy in my evenings moving forward because my appointments are after work. But yes, so that is what is happening. What am I doing? Obviously streaming. I know. But I'm also actively working on the concepts, not much on the Redstone side yet, but the concepts, layout, and design of a new uh escape room dungeon thing. I'm still trying to figure out the name. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. But I know it's gonna be a spooky theme, just like I did last time. Um, but I'm going to layer in a bunch of other spooky, haunted horror elements into it. Um, some elements of it are going to be relatively tame, so it's not going to be super extreme by any means. But the rest of it is going to be, I hope, scary. I hope that when you're working on it, when you're doing stuff with it, um, that it feels like what you're doing is intense and that you can develop a skill and that you can have some fun with it. So that is again something that I'm currently working on and hoping to um get in here pretty soon. I'm gonna switch to this song because I like it better. Uh Also eventually I'm gonna add a little thing like probably right down here that's got the song title and everything, so that way you can know what songs I'm listening to. Um, so yeah, so that's currently what I'm doing. What I'm looking forward to, obviously, all the stuff that I just talked about had little elements of what I'm looking forward to. Um, but what's coming up in my life that I'm excited about is Renaissance Festival is coming up. I'm very excited about the Ren Fair. I was like, by show of hands, who's been to the Ren Fair? But anybody out there been to the Ren Fair? I know Friend has, but I know that I am probably going to end up going to the Ren Fair a few times this year because I have a couple friend groups that want to go, and I was just like, oh well, guess I'm going 4 times this year. When 3 times, yeah. Um, I'm really hoping this time around that the first time I go, it will be my classic kilt outfit because it's the one that works. It's the one that I feel really comfortable in. And while I'm there, I will pick up pieces for my new outfit. So by the end of the season, hopefully, I have a brand new outfit that I can wear the last day I go. We shall see. But I'm excited all the same to make it happen. I also am going to do this because I realized I didn't have it on last time, and I would like to. I think it looks good. I need to make sure, boop, 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 that it looks good and that the chat isn't interfered with. There we go. And then when I go to the next screen, I'm gonna have to turn it on again. But yeah, normally that goal bar, the follower goal, lives all the way at the top, as you saw. But I got the donation thing up top, so I wanted to get rid of it and move it down. So yeah, really looking to the Ren Fair. And then yeah, the other stuff that I mentioned, I'm super excited about. I'm hoping within the next week or so that PC that I've been teasing for like ever is finally at a spot where I can connect it, hook it up, and maybe have some fun with that. So again, uh I hope you all have things that you have gotten through, things that you are um dealing with healthily today, and things to look forward to that bring you hope. So yeah, I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna finish this cup of coffee. I got a second one right over there because it's who I am as a person. And then we'll jump into Minecraft and see what we can get going on this little adventure of ours. Why isn't this working? Hopefully, it does what it's supposed to from now on. You ever look at yourself at the bottom of a coffee cup and wonder, where's my coffee? uh, what you all signed up for. So, Minecraft. You want to play? I think we should. I think it may even be a good idea. Before I actually open it up, I want to sweep because I added something to my house. Pardon me. My chat is all butted up against 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I added something to my house and I want to go out front so I can show it off before we get started. There we go. So, we all know this area very well. My house is behind me. Oh, does the game look stuttery to you guys? I might have to look into that a little bit later. But we now have, you can kind of see it already. We now have something added to my house. I added a spore blossom. So that way there's little particle effects all around my hobbit hole. I ran into a lush cave and found one, and it's basically all I did was grab it and get out. Because it's still very early game, even though I'm decked out in diamond armor and some of it's enchanted, I'm still scared. so um so yeah, I've definitely really like the effect that it gives, and I'm super excited for what happens with this hobbit hole moving forward. I think and this was a conversation I had with Eridorn on stream or on Chanland yesterday, is that I want to stay in my hobbit hole as like my home for quite a while. I don't think I'm going to build like my other base and like industrial area and whatever you want to call it is going to be a place where like I go to work, but I always come back to my hobbit hole. Or at least that's my hope, because I'm really proud of this build, and I think I've done a really good job of making it do everything that I need to. But again, I want to build something bigger, and I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time over there. So coming back and forth for resources and back and forth for uh, other things is just going to be a challenge. So we'll see how that develops. But right now, I'm completely content with just living in my hobbit hole for now. Another thing, this happened last night actually, because Airdorn and I were having just a really good Minecraft session. We were having an absolute blast, having great conversations, doing some fun things. We went exploring. after we did the trial chambers, like a couple hours later, we were back online after we did whatever we needed to do that day, and had some fun. And then this is temporary structure because surprise, um, it can be kind of dangerous when you come up here. I know that Brownie Girl's got a plan for an actual structure over here, but this is just the dropper for the skeleton farm. Added some upgrades. One, we got the trapdoor with this, so that way you don't automatically fall in as you walk in here, even though now that there's a trapdoor, it's a little bit easier to fall in with this pressure plate, but this pressure plate allows this door to close behind you and the trapdoor to close behind you. Now, this, I'll show you in a second, is a nice little hack I saw on Reddit, and I absolutely love it. But let's drop down and show you the new and improved skeleton farm. So now it is completely enclosed. And it has an enchantment set up. So that way you can use your levels right here. We got a little bit of lapis to get things started. Grindstone, anvil, all the fun stuff. We also moved all the chests for everything over here. So that way you can put away what you think is worth keeping. Otherwise, we got lava around here. So that way you can throw away items that we don't think is worth keeping. Any capacity. I forgot to turn the farm off before I left. So yeah, we are in a very, very good spot with this farm. We did some cool, like, waterlogged stair tricks. I really love this thing that we did. It is, 2 stairs facing away from each other. And it kind of falls through. This flows down because this is the bubble elevator. This flows down into the water source block so it doesn't spill into the room. But yeah, the water goes this direction. The hope is that maybe we can do something with the iron farm and bring the water or the iron in here. So that way it's not just the skelly farm. We got dreams. We got ideas. But yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy with the, if we're being honest, very quick farm that we put together. Or structure around this farm that we put together. And I think it looks really good. The doors, those old doors are still over there, and we have this open until the iron farm gets integrated, or that you just have to go to the iron farm a different way. We're not sure yet. Maybe pistons. We're figuring it out. But yeah, so, and then you go up the bubble elevator like normal. Oh, you find the hole. There we go. But here is the fun part about that scaffold. Normally, when you go up a bubble elevator, you kind of go, whoa! But with the scaffold, you just stop. I know that sound. Let's kill some villagers. What's up, bro? Where's your brothers? Usually they spawn from over here. Come on. Where you at? I know there's more of you. There always is. So if they were out front, that means they spawned basically right on top of me. So they could be anywhere. Can they open doors? Oh. Oh. Maybe that was it? Did the rest of them despawn? It does look like it. Oh, that was uneventful. Anyway, I got them at least. And they didn't drop anything. Ha ha. So yes, the farm that we are building today. Oh. Open streaming. Is down here. I did all the resource gathering before stream. So that way we could just get rolling. But here is the hope. This kelp farm was never meant to be for kelp. It was always meant to be for dried kelp blocks. So that way I can generate infinite fuel for my furnace array. Because right now, all that's in there is coal. It works. Coal is just fine. But it'd be way better, if it could be dried kelp blocks. Because the dried kelp blocks can do 20 items at a time. So a piece of coal can only do 8. So the hope is that I can turn this into a relative super smelter with this change. But I wouldn't be able to really do that automatically until we got the amazing new block crafter. So this is the area that I have cleared out. This is the center of the farm, the smoker, where everything kind of goes in and out. So I wanted to place it where I thought it was going to be. Here are all the supplies to make the farm. It is not that many things. Like, it is a relatively small amount of items to actually make this farm go. So I'm excited to make it happen. And my hope is that once we get things kind of up and running, we can let it go and see how it distributes things. So until I put a primer of 5 kelp blocks into this farm, it will not run. It will not do anything until I prime it with 5 dried kelp blocks. And the reason that it's 5 dried kelp blocks, I'll explain as I'm going. But it has to do with comparator strength and some other things. So that way, when we put items in there, it's always giving us just enough for the farm to keep running, and sending all the other dried kelp blocks to the furnace array when we need it. So, I vote I start placing some blocks. I'll describe what I'm doing as I'm going to the best of my ability. But if at any point there's something that doesn't make sense, or something that you're really curious about, or if it's just like, hey, this might be a better way to do this, chime in and chat. I'm always looking for that sort of stuff because I love this game. I love communicating with you. And again, this nice chill morning stream, that's what it's about. We're here to have a conversation, whatever the subject matter may be. So, I'm going to grab supplies. I'm actually going to, because I need this barrel eventually. I don't need it right now. But I'm going to grab this other barrel for the stuff that I don't need. I don't need the diamond shovel, the bow, the water. Hopefully I don't need the sword. But I will need this other stuff. So let's grab everything in here. We're going to need that for sure. Grab all the redstone biddies. I don't think I need any of that quite yet. I'll need this. And that is it for now. Okay. So, first of all, we're going to get... I wish I had better building blocks. How does kelp break? Does kelp break pretty well? That's not bad. So let's get the hopper situation figured out. So now, once I destroy these, actually I probably do that right now. So now, all of the kelp will be going into this. Whenever it breaks going forward, that's what it'll do. So I'm gonna... get all these hoppers back because... oh, there's a lot of hoppers. That's right. How do I do that? So there's gonna be some loss Maybe the kelp that drops down still goes in. That's what's going to happen. That's what I am just accepting as reality, is that the hoppers down here will pick up the straggler, because some of the kelp doesn't make it all the way up and it floats down. That stuff will still go into the chest out front. Everything else will go into this farm. So if I need some kelp, there might be a stack or so in that chest. Otherwise, everything else will be back here. And that'll just be something that we can do. So, now that I got the hoppers figured out, let's do the other blocks that we need. So, we're going to need... there will be a hopper down here. I think the way that things are going to work is I'm going to have the crafter over this way, send the items around, and then sorted, and then this way. So we'll put here, here, because we have another hopper go that way. That will be the crafter block. And then here, so we can throw the crafter in. Oh. Oh, it's got to go the other way, Dustin. You can get there eventually. I'm sure of it. Got to go right there. There we go. So now, if we go here, it will be a in there, there, there. So now the crafter will do what it needs to, shoot up, and then head into here, unless something else happens, which we'll talk about in a second. Otherwise, it is time for some actual redstone. So we need a comparator out of here, but we also need back here, there, there, and there. That is the redstone beginning of what we need. We will need a couple comparators. So comparator will come out of this in subtract mode. Comparator will go here in normal mode. Redstone dust, redstone dust, and then a repeater there. And then here is the fun part. This item right here, decorated pot, can now be used in redstone. And I'm so happy about it. And you may ask yourself, well, how is it used in redstone? Well, if you grab... let's actually get rid of these 2 blocks. I just need access to the hoppers. I don't need to go back there. That if I grab 10 stone blocks, I can go over here and you can put items in a crafted pot and watch the redstone signal coming out of it. A 3. I need more. I need more stone. And I can't use the... I'm just going to go grab a stack of stone. It needs to be a signal strength of 4, not 3. I think I did my little adjustment thing wrong, which is not a huge deal. So now I can get a signal strength out of it, which means I can do a subtraction of that comparator. I think it might be 14. There it is. So now this goes into the side of this comparator, so when a signal comes out of here, it will always subtract 4 before it sends the signal elsewhere. Oh, sorry. It needs to be a signal strength of 8. Because this is the other side of it. So yeah, now when this has a signal strength of 9, which means all of these slots are filled with items, which is what it takes to make a dried kelp block. You see that repeater lights up? Then it would craft the kelp block. So now this one is set up and it will power that block, which then tells this to do what it needs to. Actually, now that I look at it, because this is where it is, I think I actually need to reverse this, which isn't a huge deal. It should be just, because then, I think it's just, that needs to go there, that goes there, dust, dust, comparator, boop, and then, we put in, I think it's 30 stone blocks. 32. There it is. Take a Nate. There we go. Now that'll work. That'll do what it's supposed to, and it'll send over here. Now, next, we need, yeah, I got everything on my hotbar. We need the comparator out of the furnace. And then it'll go into a block, which will go down this way. And then here. And I'm not a monster. So that way we can add a hopper that will go this direction. Let's, temporary, oh, not that way, not there. Temporary blocks. That way we can send that way. And then this will go to the eventual, cart loader for the system that I need, so that way I can send the cart over to here. We're gonna need redstone dust. Here. Oh, this is not this block. We need our friendly neighborhood target block. So that way we can put a torch here. And now this hopper is locked. And it will stay locked until a signal strength is high enough to go here, which, if that's already that, yep, we already have 31 kelp in there ready to go. So next we have to do very similar to what we did before. Here. So we have a decorated pot, comparator, and then redstone dust. And then we need to fill this up so that way that strength becomes 4. 2, 3, 4. So now that you see that turned off, it's because there's not enough items in there to smelt. Not enough fuel and not enough items up top. So we can put up to a whole stack of dried kelp at the top, but until we put some fuel in the bottom, it will not start smelting. So even while we're working on this, if we have more kelp come in, it won't trigger anything, any of this stuff. So like if I put a piece of stone in here, it can't go into the fuel slot, so it's not going to drop. But if I take out this redstone dust, so there's no subtraction anymore, that does power through, goes to here, and now the stone's down here. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If not, I can re-explain it. So yeah, this is waiting for a signal strength of 6 or higher, because then if this is 6 minus 4, 2, 1, target block turns that off. So now, technically, this crafter farm is done. The only thing that we're missing is the loader for the cart. But otherwise, this is good to go. So I tried to make it so that way this backside, like this center section is 2 by 3. So it's 2 wide, or 2 wide by 3 long. And then this side is 3 by 3, and this side is, can't get on that block, but 3 by 3. So that way it could fit in a very small area and then auto craft all these items. So right now, even though I don't have the loader set up, I could technically prime this and start it cooking and know that it would run just fine, and it would be just dropping a bunch of dried kelp into this until it was up and running. But I am going to wait until the loader's done, and then we can go from there. So, next, to start the loader, I think it makes sense. Well, let's do cheaty cam, make sure I'm not... Oh, I'm so close to them. I have been this whole time, so this is not a surprise. I wonder if it makes more sense to have the loader here. And if I do have the loader here, then I just got to make more hoppers to get over here, which is not a huge deal. But let's build the loader. So we're going to need all of this stuff and the levers. So the loader is going to be a fence post to stop. So if the hopper goes... Because I don't think... If it's this high... Yeah, this redstone won't stop it. So the hopper can go on this line, which means the fence post will go there. If the hopper's there... so, yeah, I think this is the right... I only have 4 hoppers left, so this might... I think if this is here, that'll be the detector rail, powered rail. Yeah. Okay, let's lay out our rails so that way that is good to go. So, powered rail, powered rail. Then I can destroy that for that. And then I can do... No, that's right. If you adjust one side, it adjusts both of them. I need to... Boom. Then... Boom. So that's correct. Piston will be here. And then powered rail, non-powered rail. Powered rail. And then it'll be another non-powered rail here. Ooh. Okay. There we go. And then I have to be up here. Ooh. Okay. So that one is still good to go. This one is now making the turn. Let's add a lever back here, so it's... so that way that's powered. And then this one, just do that. Excellent. So this will power itself, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to do temporary block. Oh, wait, no. The piston's pushing. So yeah, that was the right spot for it. So this sticky piston is going to grab that and pull it back when the comparator level is correct here. Oh, I think I gotta move this. Not a huge deal. There we go. Because I can't have this block powered with what's going under here. So we put the comparator here. So it's listening for items. But again, subtract mode. Because we're going to do another... Oh, am I seriously... Oh, I'm a comparator short. No! Is the dripstone grown yet? Dang it. So, I'm doing almost identical kind of setup in the, an almost identical setup for the, so one, just one, right? Because I don't need the other torch. Great. So create that. And then comparator. No, not a button, a comparator. Yeah, the biggest difference between the two is that one of them is just waiting for a signal of certain levels. This one is just, hey, if... Well, I guess this one technically is doing the same thing. That it is waiting for a signal strength of anything higher than 1. So if this is 2 or higher, it will run and do what it needs to. I think this chest should be just fine. But I think... Or it would have been just fine, but I think I want to do a hopper minecart because... Of course I gotta build one. Because I think it'll empty out faster for me, which is more important at this current moment. I am gonna have to make some more hoppers to get things over. But if I do the hopper minecart, as soon as I add, I think it's 23 or more into this hopper minecart, it will, yeah. So let's do this just so that way I don't forget. Can I reach the lever from here? Probably not. Oh, I gotta do it out there. I want to test that it goes forward and backwards. I'm probably going to move this lever inside so that way I can't turn it on and off. But I just like the attitude of it running the way it is. Well, actually, if I don't want to turn it on and off, and I hated the way this block looked anyway, because I hate that I had to do this, that if I just put the lever here... Nope. If I put the lever here. There we go. That looks okay. That looks fun. I enjoy that. Okay. So now this is here, and that is waiting for that. So now I should be able to do this. And it should come all the way back and lock itself in here. Oh, why isn't this powered? What happened? I guess I need 2 levers. Okay, now it should bounce and come all the way back and be locked. Perfect. Okay. 2 seconds, friends. Chandler is meowing. I want to double check that she's okay. She was thirsty, and I spoil her, and I allow her to drink out of the bathroom sink. Anyway, so, this is just going to put them in here, so I'm going to add just 23 stone. Do you see? Oh. That's what that other torch was for. Ha 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 ha. I do need one more redstone torch. Because I need the piston to be reversed. So it's on when there's no power, off when there is. Just completely forgot about it. So I was like, why is it retracted right now? Well, Dustin, you didn't build it right. So this is one of those situations where I need to reverse the signal. So now that's there. So that way when this gets enough power, it will then distribute. So as soon as I add 23 items, it should go. It distributes, it comes back, and then I should have 7 left over. 9. Okay, what happened there? Oh, this locker's hopped. That's what it is. That locker was locked. And so's this one over here, right? No, it just 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, none. Oh, so it should have been 2. That's what it is. Okay. So let's grab all that back out. All this back out. Because you can't use stone as a fuel source. But yeah, so it evenly distributes, which is something I needed. And it returns back when it needs to and stops there. So I should be able to add a stone there, and it drops into that, and it's good to go. Great. So that is running. This is running. This hopper only exists for comparator signal. It's not a real hopper. And it doesn't do anything aside from that. Now, I do believe this redstone torch might be a problem for this hopper now. Because if this is trying to fit, I think it's going to lock it. But I need to make more hoppers anyway. So let's make some more hoppers. And then, see... Setting. 6 should be fine. At least I hope. We shall see. Iron. Blocks. It is enough. Great. Remind me I need to go get more iron soon. So let's see if that redstone torch actually hurts us and stops items from flowing. If it does, then we'll reevaluate the loader situation. But if it doesn't do anything, I'm not going to change it. So if I drop an item into here, it does stop there. Okay, so this is not going to work for us. Okay. This run is where it needs to be. So I need to scoot it over one. Is there a way to soft power this block? So like if I put a thing here. Does it still lock the hopper? I don't think it does. Never mind, it does. Dang it. Well, if it's a signal strength of 2, I technically could move it over to the side, right? Oh no, but it subtracts, so it's always a signal strength of 1. I do... Oh, no. Wrong type of stone. So if I do a torch there... I think that soft locks. Dang it, no, it hard powers it as well. Dang it, okay. I mean, the simple answer is I have to scoot this. Don't like that idea. Because then it's right there. Okay, I gotta destroy it when it comes back. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Okay. So if this whole thing scoots over one... That means we're... Boop. Boop. And then detector rail goes there. All this moves over. Which isn't a huge deal. It just means I did all this work. I do need to switch that, though. So that will be unfortunate. So this goes here now. Boop. No. There. 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 And then comparator. There. There. This will be a torch, so that'll run. That's in subtract mode. Doesn't matter because no one will see the block, but I will see the block. Yeah, because I don't want... Oh! I could do that. If I put a torch here, or a lever here... No, I can't because the... I gotta go all the way around. I need this hopper locked. So if I put a lever down there... I think if an item comes in, it won't go down there, but it will go over there. Right? Yes. Okay. So I fixed that problem. Now I need to put a singular item in there. And because I'm this kind of person, if I have redstone, I want to put it on smoothstone. So that hopper is locked, but it's giving a comparator of 1 into this, so it's waiting for 2 before it sends anything. No, it's empty. It should come back and just lock up there and oh, 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 oh. That is not good. That is not what we want. What we want is this. That. Regular rail. Make the corner. Right? Yeah, sure. And then... goes, it wraps around, it should. Okay, now it's stuck where it needs to be. Ugh, rails are so fun. So it's reading it, and it's reading a 0. Yeah, because that's not even on. But as soon as I put in items, it'll go. I'm not going to, because I don't want to get all that stone back out, but I know it works in that capacity. So now it's just loading all this up. Let's get rid of the stuff we don't need, because I think we're ready to run it. But we do need dried kelp. And we need to get all... Let's get all but a stack. How's that? How's that sound? There's all the hoppers. So if I add all this into the system, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, and I just realized, I'm filling up hoppers, and I should have started with this one. Okay. Oh. That's a really good point, Dustin. This is now full. That is not much of a backlog. Maybe we start with that. I'm gonna take out a stack. And, if we start with 5 and run it, it'll go through, and I can put all the other extra kelp in that chest out there, so that way it starts the process. And then... yeah, I think this might be the moment of truth. Did I just do this in an hour? I am blown away that I just built this whole thing in an hour. Wow. Okay. I guess let's run it. So this 5 should start the farm. So it starts smelting. It's reading the correct signal. Oh, because it dropped on the 4. So if I put a 5, yeah, okay. So 5 is where it needs to be for this to load and send this way. So now this is running. I can load up all of the extra kelp blocks. Into this. There it goes. So that is going to load up all of those evenly, I might add. That was weird. I mean, it's functioning, right? It's just weird that it's double clicking like that. I don't like that. But it's doing what it's supposed to, right? Yeah, and there should be 7. Oh. That's what it was. There will be 7. So 14 in all of these. So let's grab all of the coal. Because now we can use the coal for something else. And now all of our furnaces are going to be dried kelp powered. Yeah, in theory, this should have 4. Yep. And this should already be loading up. Yep, we have 13 in there now. This is going to take a while to kind of do its whole thing. Because this needs 10 more before it runs again. Which is, we'll just call it, so, about 50 seconds. A minute, a kelp, basically, needs to run through there. A dried kelp block, sorry. So this whole farm now, all it's doing is that there's going to be a handful that drop down here for the stuff that gets picked up in the mud blocks. Otherwise, all of it will end up in this farm, in this smelter. There should be 14 in each. And then when that gets to 23, it'll drop off 2 more. Actually, can I do it this way? Oh, sorry. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and then boop. Boop. Really? I had that much left over? Oh. Wow, that was it? I am shook that that's all that took. I can fill in some spots so that way I'm not so all up in friends' business and that they can expand a little bit, but I do need walking room around stuff. Need to be able to get in here, which I can. That is interesting that this does that ka-chunk. I think it's because it goes up then down. Like when it comes in, it hits here and comes back. It does the... But it works, so I'm not gonna argue. Also, I need to double check something. Are we... Yes, we're all lit up. Now the fun part. I'm going to add a door here. But I'm going to otherwise fill it in. I don't think... Yeah. Okay. So let's go grab a door. I think dark oak makes the most sense. Oh, I was going to, for those who are looking at the barrels and realizing, oh, Dustin, you didn't actually ever use those. You said you would. Well, I forgot that I was using the decorated pots until I got in there, and then it all made more sense about why those were left over. Yeah, I'm just gonna get all this stuff put away. Rails, mine carts, done. Make a door. So we need, I would love a dark oak door. We don't have any dark oak there. So, boop, 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 boop. Awesome. Because dark oak seems to look really, really good against this deep slate. So I want to keep that going if I can. Yeah, see? Like, that looks really slick. Anyway. There we go. I got access to my redstone. I'm guessing there's probably about 16 in this. Ah! I might know what I'm doing. This has 4. Oh, it has 5 because the signal strength is high enough. Which means an item... The crafter is running. So in a few seconds, this crafter... Well, let's double check. This will stay at 5. So this will fill up in... What is that? 20 seconds. When it does, like, I'll stop at the last one because then we'll know that it's about to run. This crafter will spit into that hopper. There it goes. And then there should be 17 in here. There we go. It works! Yeah, to be fair, I think I could have put this hopper over here. And I still might. Because then I don't even have to worry about the situation here when it comes to locking that hopper because it's underneath. I don't think it's a huge deal. But yeah, this thing, until it drops down to 4, which it will in a very short period of time. Yeah, so that crafter just sent another one over there. Once this drops to 4, this unlocks. You see now it says 1 down there in the redstone. So the next dried kelp block that is made will end up in here because the signal strength is too low. So, in 3 more dried kelp, or 3 more kelp smelted, or smoked, a 5th dried kelp will show up right there. Right? Boop. Boop. There it is. Thank you, Aradorn, so much for helping me with this because it's so much more straightforward than I could have ever made it. And I think it's because we sat and we broke it down. So that way we knew exactly what needed to happen. I think a torch needs to go over here. It is pretty dark. And I need to make some more torches, which I can because I have all my coal back. Yeah, now this is going to run, and it can run indefinitely without my involvement. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Let's make some torches. I think a stack is 16, right? If I grab that and that, I could just create a whole stack of torches, right? Yep, look at that. Perfect. I want to see this thing run. Because it's been smelting this whole time. Smelting itself. But this should be... Yeah, I got 4 more kelp blocks. Which, 4 more kelp, so that's 9. 9 times 5. Let's just call it 10. So 50 seconds per kelp block. So a minimum of, we'll just say 3 minutes-ish. This thing will fill up. No, probably 4 or 5 minutes. That will fill up. And it will run and do its thing, and there'll be 7 kelp left over. So at any given point, there will be at least 7 dried kelp blocks in this minecart. And at least 4 dried kelp block in there. So throughout the whole thing, we will never run out of fuel in this system with this smoker. Ever. We will never run out of fuel in here. We may run out of kelp, but that's fine, because if we run out of kelp, we're at least still in a spot where we can start the smelting process over again. Yeah, so it dropped down to 1, so it's probably going to be closer to 5 minutes. Because it needs to load back up in the smelter. But now that this system is up and running, as soon as the kelp breaks and flows up, we will start the process over again. And as long as there's at least 9 kelp that come off the farm, which there almost always is, this will never... There it goes. There goes all that kelp. Oh yeah, 27 in that drop alone. Actually, probably more than that, now that I think about it. But yeah, so this is probably a 20 now. Yep. Okay, so 3 more. Actually, 2 more. Which means we're probably looking at a minute and a half, and then this should run, because this is at, yeah. Because this is going to have to replenish 1 more time. So 2 minutes flat, probably, is when that should go. Because I'm also not... I'm kind of doing hopper speed in my calculation, because it's 0.4 seconds. Because that's dropped down to 2, which means this one's going to go back into the smelter. But then the next 2 will go into there. So once this reaches 2, there we go. So these next 2 dried kelp blocks are going in here, and then it should... Yeah, and then it should take off, do a drop, and then come back home. Because it'll only drop off 16 blocks. Because it goes once, goes twice, and then the signal strength is low enough, and then it comes back home and stays there. Ugh. I also love you come through this door. Just fun. Here comes the first one. Right, meow. That should be 22. Awesome. And I think we're getting the next block. It could be a fight. This one could be one way or the other. It really depends if that redstone turns to a 1 before the crafter goes off. Ooh, this is right on the line. It could go one way or the other. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Is it going to craft first, or is this going to turn into a 1? If it happens at the same time, I'm curious. And... Oh! Oh, it happened at the same time, so it went in there. Okay. Okay, so... What is that? 1, 2, 3... About 40 seconds. And this should start running. Because that kelp is not going to burn out before this crafts. Yeah. 20 seconds. Okay. 10 seconds and this should go off. Please, 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 please. Because once this goes, I know this farm's going to run without me. Oh, yeah. There it goes. And comes back, and there should be 7 left. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can do redstone. Oh, feels good. Feels real good. This feels great. I'm very happy. Just because I want to make sure that I have access to down here, I'm gonna make that happen. I could technically add a couple more stacks of kelp into this so that way it keeps running. I don't think I can add that much, but because I always want to keep a slot open because I'm never going to produce a stack. Because I think I have the ability to do, what is it, so 12, there it goes, 12, 24, 36. Technically, I could produce around 40. So it'd be 48 total minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 42 max that I can ever produce out of this. And then a minimum of 23. Minimum of 23. I guess technically a minimum of 13, which is always over 8. Well, maybe. I keep saying all these numbers when I know damn well that redstone machines break all the time. Tempted to switch these two. I'm gonna do it. Why did I put dirt in there? That makes no sense. So this is now the fuel chest. Fuel. And then this is stone-ish. And granite. Also, I cannot recommend enough inventory profiles. That is such a good mod, a quality of life thing that allows you to just sort your chests real quick. So happy with it. Okay, so all of these should now have 16 dried kelp blocks in them. Excellent. And then I'm able to smelt, so if it's 20 items per, and the cart goes back and forth, well, 20 items per, so 20 times 8 is what? 160? Is that right? 20 times 8? 160? No, 20 times... Yeah, 160. So if I do a stack 100 would be, so this would be 96. So that's 100. So, oh, 160 is 1, 2, 2.5 stacks. So if I do 5 stacks, that would be 2 dried kelp blocks. Okay. So I can do 7.5 stacks. And this should populate all of these with enough to do everything that I need. I'm gonna grab some levers. And now I can collect all of the XP from them. It's cobblestone to make a lever, right? Okay. So yeah, in theory, these should have, what is it, 6? Oh no. Many more than that. Oh, I forgot to put powered rails on the top of this one. I should go do that. Regardless, it's all smelting, which is what I needed. Rails. I'll need plenty of powered rails. I still should be bouncing. Yeah, I think it's got a couple more passes. Well, wait. If a hopper minecart has 5 slots, I can do 5 stacks, and it'll do 2 dried kelp blocks apiece. So maybe that's the trick, right? Is that this should be a hopper minecart as well. That's empty. And these are all... I think that might be the ticket, my friends. I think that might be what I do. So if those are all locked... Oh, come on. It's just these last 2. Can I power that? I need another lever. Need another lever. Let's put away the rails. Get ourselves a lever. Cobblestone. Boop. Because I believe, and I'm going to grab a deep slate just in case I need to scoot it. But my hope is I can just throw it on that block. It'll power it because it's right there. But we shall see. So yeah, I got the lever on there so that way I can collect the XP. It powers that block. So I think I gotta go back here. And hopefully that doesn't lock this hopper. It's gonna. Yep. Locks the hopper. Dang it! Okay. How do I power that without locking the hopper? I guess this doesn't need to go as far back, right? Can it just... Can it just go there? Which means... I believe that means I can do a lever there. It should light up everything. Great, excellent. Which means you go away. And let's collect more lava, shall we? I don't think this is needed over here anymore. I am going to put that there because it looks cleaner. So now knowing how far this can power... it looks clean. It looks fine. That looks okay. I'm happy with that. But yeah, so these are all going to smelt for a while. And it'll allow me to... I'm going to have a lot of green dye, but I'm going to get a lot of XP from this. I wish I had mending. Let's put this chest back somewhere that makes sense. I can put it right there. There we go. So I need to make a bunch of extra buckets, but I'm going to put these back. All of this stuff can go away. Okay, so this is up and running. This is going to take another 220 seconds. Let's put all this stuff away while that's running. Rails and redstone and deep slate, stone, and workstations. Boop, boop, boop. That is not a workstation. How dare you? That is a fun little thing. Boop. I have some banner patterns. I'm debating putting one on a shield because shields have become really, really useful early game. Real talk. But yeah, I've been, especially when we go down into the trial chambers, which we have been. Yeah, a shield is pretty much essential down there, especially once you go up against the bogged, because the bogged are intense mob. I'm really hoping for this dungeon thing to add them into the game. They make a good pairing with the drowned when it comes to mobs, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, I am really hoping that what I'm about to do... Did the cart just go by? No, I think I'm seeing things. Oh, yes! Awesome. I can add 2 more lava things. It's only 7 because, there was something else. Why did I stop? I think I ran into something. Yeah, I ran into, no, I'm not sure why I stopped. Huh. GD cam. Need more buckets. Yeah, I'm hoping that I have a decent form of XP now because I got this right across the way that I can smelt. I think I am definitely going to switch this out for a minecart, a hopper minecart. Because then as long as I fill it up, I'm good to go. And then I'm only smelting 2 dried kelp a trip. And if I need to, I can fill it up with more. But I guess that's the other thing, right? Is that if it's 2 per, there's 27 in a chest. There's 27 slots. As long as I use all but 2 of them, I'll be fine, because that is 25 slots, which means 25, that's 5. That's 10 dried kelp blocks. There they go. Oh, I love that so much. So now I should be able to go here. I'm going to hold this in my hand. I should be able to take this out, and my levels should go super high. Okay, not super high. But I am liking... Oh, it's like almost one whole level per furnace. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty solid. I got a lot of green dye. That's fine. Cool. Well, this whole thing seems to be running pretty smoothly. I'm happy. Wait. 2 more? Okay. What do we look at? 19? Oh, it's gonna run soon. Yeah. I am very, very happy with this farm. This is legitimately... I could have never guessed how straightforward this farm would be. Why I checked that. There it goes. I also love, aside from the piston, it's a silent farm. And also, I don't think the, I don't think the piston will do that ka-chicka-chicka thing ever again. Because the farm will go out and then back in. And it's never going to do that more than once. It's going to leave and then it'll come back. It's never going to have to go back out a second time because we'll never produce fast enough for that to be a thing. So this farm is just going to run in the background. It's going to do its own thing. And I won't have to think about it, which is awesome. One farm that I am really wanting to potentially do soon is I would love to build this sort of thing for this farm. And what I want to do, I'm hoping, oh my god, potential bamboo loss. I am apparently near blocks that are causing my... You hear that? The deep dark sounds to start. So there's skulk or something around here, I think. That's weird. Maybe it's the mud? I don't know. That's odd. But something is triggering that. I don't have anything over here, I didn't think, that would cause something like that. That's weird. So yeah, let's swap this out. I think I just know that let's look at it that way, right? So if it's 20 each, that means that, or sorry, that's one dried kelp block for every 2.5 stacks. So if there's 25 stacks in here, that is 5 kelp blocks, dried kelp blocks. But 5 times 20 is 100. I don't think it's a big deal. I think I'll leave this because it looks better. Yeah. Does it make sense for me to close this off? But like I could turn this lever off and I can grab dried kelp if I ever wanted to. Oh, I gotta change this. Oh, I used the wrong command. If lock. Oh no, it's if unlock. There we go. So I need a dried kelp block. Did I keep any or did I put it all in the system? I probably put it all in the system. Yeah, put it all in the system. Let's go grab a dried kelp block. Because I think it would look cool if I updated that. It's easy to get out, not so easy to get in. Boop. Awesome. And then, if invisible, if lock. Input, output. Yay! Man, I got a lot of levels from that cactus. That makes me very happy. So yeah, I push that button, and then it'll just send it, and it'll keep going till it's empty, which is awesome. And it should run even faster. So yeah, I think overall this is a huge success for a farm. Oh, there it goes! And now it's done. I do think to fix, before we're all done, to fix that problem of this going is I think I need to oh wait, it doesn't do it anymore because I moved it. Right? No, I can't remember. Dang it. I love my neighbor. I'm very happy that I have such a close neighbor. There's nothing wrong with having a close neighbor. But I think honestly I should have built these bigger farms in the other direction. That's my fault. I just started building and I didn't even think about the surrounding areas, and that is my bad. Because if I did, I would have known that all this stuff is there. No, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. I was trying to build a potential another path, this way, so I could get around this farm. Nope, nope. It's totally fine. But I didn't realize how close this was. So that is 100% my bad. I don't need this path. That was just a convenience thing. It's more important for me to have access at all, which I do. So I can get to that side from that side. I can get to this side from this side. It's totally fine. And I can get up here to get into the front side of my kelp farm. Yeah, we are very close. Like, again, if I go through here, there's your stairway. Look at this. I personally love this. It's a challenge, my friend. It is a challenge. I'm so happy. Like, look at this. Right on the other side of this is my smelter. Like, we're doing so well. Again, I'm just looking at it as a fun little challenge. I'm so pleased. So pleased. Oh, it's because I wanted it to line up. That's completely on me. I can make it bigger, right? If I wanted to. Oh. Yeah, I think we'll make that 8 wide too, because I think that'll look good. So we'll need another cauldron, and then we'll steal one of the buckets. I do not have a cauldron. It's 7, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll put that away, and we'll steal one of these. And then we still gotta wait for the dripstone to grow so we can get some more. But I think 8 makes way more sense. And then we'll do the fun bit, which is not terrifying at all. So I gotta do that. Hey! I did it! And I can replenish it right away. We need a lot more buckets, but I have to go down to the iron farm for that. Which is not a 2-day thing. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I am so pleased with this farm. Let's go back into Cheetah Cam. Oh, it just went off again. Yeah, this is the start of my crafter journey. This is just the beginning. Because next, and this might be an off-camera thing, I might do it live. I have plenty of room over here. So that way I can steal from these hoppers, craft up blocks, sticks, and planks, and then put it into this chest for me. Because I do not believe I'm going to use normal bamboo for anything this season. But if I can craft up planks and sticks automatically and just have them populated in this chest, I'll be happy. Because then I have infinite planks, infinite sticks. So I can make as many chests as I want. As many standard wood items. So nothing like textured. No like trapdoors, stuff like that. I mean, I could out of bamboo. This would stop it be. Like, I can make chests, I can make bookshelves, barrels, crafting tables, all that stuff. All the stuff that you're just like, man, I got to use more oak logs. Man, I got to use more of this for barrels. I could just do that all with bamboo. So much faster. So much easier to make hoppers that way, too. So, also, I don't know why, but my little you can see it underneath me right now. My little latest thing. Eric totally gifted a sub the other day to Hazel. And it did not populate down here. It just does not say that that gifted sub. Yeah, right. See? Blank gifted blank subs. I don't know why. It should show up. Maybe I'll have to dig into my my thing a little bit, but so yeah, I am pleased as punch that this farm is now running well. Um I do believe we're at a spot though that I can add in the rest of this kelp. And then we'll see how much extra kelp funnels its way in down there kind of like on its own, because anything that drops down to the mud will get picked up into that chest. I'm also wondering if maybe I do this plank and stick thing, that maybe I move planks and sticks over here. Because if I just have bamboo planks and sticks here, I can populate it down there and send it up to these two chests. I think that would be very nice. So I'd move it from over here to over there, and it'll auto-populate those two chests with everything that I need. And I can just send it up a water stream, basically. Do I do planks and sticks or planks and sticks? I don't know. I'll figure that out. That's not a right now thing. But I think that'll be one of the farms that I build to get me up and running. Yeah. Overall, I am so happy. Let's see how the... Great. 10 more, and that thing will be up and running again. I'm just happy. One of the biggest challenges with this whole thing was getting the smoker to feed itself with fuel, but not burn all of it up to the point that I couldn't get any over here in my smelting array. Like if you go... if you go in here, yeah, there's 15. Like, we're already 2 more than we had when we did our first smelt. Like, we are in a fantastic spot. I did debate, since I have the... I think what might end up happening is I have the lava over here, that instead of bringing the lava up there, I might keep it down here, because one of the only reasons, some of the only reasons that I would ever need lava is for some stuff I'm doing in the future, but also if I need to smelt a big chunk of items, because lava can do 100 items. That if I do, if I need to do something real big smelting wise, then I can bring all of these over here, do the big smelting job, and then put the kelp back in. Okay, I think the kelp, yep, the kelp just broke. Let's see any that made it down here. Okay, just one. See, but that's fine. Like, if this farm only produces a couple down here every once in a while, that's totally fine. Speaking of which, I had some kelp up here in my underwater. Let's put it down here just so that way it's with its buddies. Yeah. Maybe it's the deep slate. Interesting. But yeah, so you'll also notice the bamboo farm goes a lot higher now. You can barely see the bottom of the observer. But that's on purpose, because I wanted to make sure, I think it's this one. I wanted to make sure that the, the bamboo could get as tall as possible before it harvested. So now, yeah, it can get all the way up here before that observer detects the change and drops it. I think I'm maybe a block away from the surface. 2 blocks away from the surface. I want to go up higher. I think I do. Okay, so if I go here. Oh. So I can't see that block from the front, so I'm not worried about it being deep slate for aesthetic purposes. But I am... I guess this one's never going to be gonna ever get that tall, so I just... No, I should leave it open because as soon as I decide to block it, something's gonna go wrong with the farm and it's gonna stop working. Really? Okay, there we go. Boop. And... Boop. No. Boop. Then boop. There we go. Now that's all a little bit taller, so it can grow a little bit more. And that one is still shunted because I never wanted to grow any taller than that. But now it's 1 block away from the surface. Oh, there we go. Is it not actually doing what I need it to? X. Oh, it is. It's just... It's not being completely lossless like I wanted it to. Yeah, because this is supposed to do... So that way it pushes the bamboo off the tops of the blocks. But it's just, it's not doing it slow enough. How do I do a little repeater chain? Is that what I do? That way it just... Okay, so comparator is a signal. Yeah, I think I need to do a tiny repeater chain. Can I just do 2? This is a future Dustin problem. No, that sounds really cheap because I'm currently streaming, but I don't think... Oh, I did not need those deep slate. I don't think this is something that I actively need to worry about right now. Sorry. I can futz with it later, and we can get to a solution. But yeah, this thing produces bamboo. I'm very, very pleased with it. And also, we left... Oh, yeah. This thing is slow, but it does great work. And look at how many levels I got. I think this is about to go again. Gonna be a couple minutes still. Well, great. Let's call that good. Grow faster. Put away. How did I end up with? That's interesting. Anyway, we did it. I haven't slept in a few days, so there's a great chance that the phantoms are gonna get me the next time I go outside unless I sleep. So, woohoo. Also, I don't know why it is not important, but I had, there they are. Yay. There they are. Haha. I'm a nerd. Good morning, Beaky. I just built a little farm. How are you? And by a little farm, it's redstone. But it's a little farm, and I got glasses on because I'm a nerd. Look at me. I'm the nerd of the server. But also, I got this. It's only visible to Java players, so any of the Bedrock players that come on won't be able to see it. But little farm my ass. It is. It's super tiny. I'm gonna show you, Beaky. We're gonna go look at it. Oh, I should put my helmet back on. Well, I guess I don't really need my helmet. Actually, that's a good point. If I'm not like oot and a boot, I think I might just rock the look, unless I'm actively need it. Yeah, this is my little smelter array that I've had for a while. But it was always manual. You had to put stuff in and stuff like that. But I made it automatic. You see this door here. This farm, this little friend, let's go into Cheaty Cam, allows this smoker to smelt up the kelp. Of yesterday? Oh, yes, the accidental lava over here. Because I decided to fill these while hanging out with Eric. And yeah, that was bad. But yeah, so this farm automatically smelts up the kelp for me, turns it into dried kelp blocks, and distributes it into my furnaces so I have infinite fuel, quote unquote. Because in actuality, it needs to use some of its own fuel to smelt itself. So I think this is actually pretty close to going off again, maybe? Yeah, this will allow me to have that fuel for this farm, because they already got 15 in it. We can... You want to do some Minecraft later? Maybe later today, so the afternoon, like 5 or 6. I have some availability. And we can go diamond mining together. That could be fun. If you're available. I don't want this to be a whole thing. It just can be a casual little Minecraft time. Also, I totally read that last message in your voice. Just the, you can get a singular diamond. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, this should be the last one. Unless this needs... Oh, this is another one of those fighting moments. Yeah, so that's gonna go... That goes in there. So the next one that gets auto-crafted will go into here. And this will run It'll go by here and then come back and only have 7 in it. So this will be, got another 6, another minute, and then this will go off. Yeah, and then we'll call it a stream. That'll be the end of the stream. 10 seconds ish. 5 seconds. This should go off. Well, it's got to go through the hoppers, but go. There should only be 7 in there. Aha! Aha! Genius! Anyway, sorry for that ad break, friends. I am happy that Twitch has kind of changed the way ad breaks work for like TV users and stuff and desktop users. Yes, so I am... You got caught in the ads, that's fine. Yeah. I'm starting to... There's the, what is it, Twitch Power or whatever that thing is, the subscription, so that way you have no ads for everybody that you watch, and then you give a small portion to the streamers that you watch. I'm tempted to do that because it's, I think, twice as much as a normal subscription, but I like supporting the streamers that I already subscribe to, so I don't want to give them less revenue. Does that make sense? I understand the convenience as a consumer, but I want to support the streamers that I'm subscribed to already. So, there's also, I guess, a part of me that I might do both. I might get that subscription and then send subscriptions to, like, actual subscriptions to the people that I want to support directly and not just through that subscription of Twitch Power or whatever it's called. So I don't know. It's an internal debate as a content creator on the platform that I go and debate all the time with myself. Is I want to support people, but I also want to save money so that way I can potentially make more income. It's a struggle. Let's make the rest of those buckets before I end the stream, because I don't want to worry about it. Oop and oop. That should be enough. Definitely gonna have to go back down to the iron farm later. Ah! Holy crap! Thank you, Beaky! I'll appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just made it back to my desktop. Yay! I turned off the TTS for subscriptions because it would says when nobody would type anything. As soon as I stopped it, everybody has started to write messages. So I'm going to turn it back on. Dang it. I turned it back on. I wish there was an easier way to do, okay, so there's 8. I need 3 more buckets. 2 more buckets. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll get these 2 and I'll start populating that. But, yes, I think we will call it a stream. Let's, what time is it? 8:30? Let's have a nap. That way the phantoms don't get me. And we can go back out front and end this thing. Boop, boop. So just like that, we are doing the thing and making the Minecraft. You did! I'm so happy you're here, Beaky. And thank you so much for subscribing. So yes, nice little farm. I keep saying little because it takes up not a lot of room. But just the beginning beginning of the crafters and auto crafting farms that we can now make and do in this server here on Chanland Chapter 2. But I think we will disconnect from the server for now. We will head back here in our chill vibes. Thank you to everybody who has donated to behind the scenes. Again, I'm going to keep this charity open, or the fundraiser open, for as long as I can, really. I didn't set an actual deadline on Tiltify, because I didn't know if we were going to make the goal. So I kept it open, and I'm going to do so until we raise as much money as we can. Thank you to those who have donated. Thank you to those who subscribed today, Bard and Beaky, yet again. I really appreciate it. But I will be back on Wednesday evening, as far as I know. We'll be back on Wednesday evening. We'll probably play a little bit more. Thank you, Beaky. Appreciate that. We'll probably play a little bit more of BioShock on Wednesday because that game is intense. It's a change from Minecraft, so I am enjoying it. I hope you all are too. But with that, I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Design and conquer, my friends. I will see you at the next one. Have a great rest of your Sunday and even better start to your week. Bye.